there's a problem when you are building with Claude Code and you're building AI operating systems like I build, and you try to operate the Claude Code based AI OS on some kind of terminal. So I use Visual Code. And then you also try to use the Claude Desktop app. And I found this problem because my operating system is on my Mac Mini, which is right here, on my desktop, which is why I'm doing this. It's on my laptop, also a Mac, and it's on my phone, right? So from my phone, I can call up any version of my AI operating system and I can start tasks. I can ask it to go do things. I can send a voice note and I can say, I need you to make this landing page for this product. Or I can say, I need you to send a team of 5 agents to go and do deep research. Whatever it is I need to do, it works between all of them, right? And it's fantastic. Now I'm selling this AI service, this AI operating system service to other businesses. Now, I'm happy working in a terminal window. It looks fantastic to me. It's great. I'm used to it now. But to bring this to someone who is a regular computer user, who's used to the interface of ChatGPT or Claude or Gemini or any of them, Perplexity, on and on and on, it needs to have a friendlier user experience. So I thought, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the Claude Desktop app. I'm going to rebuild my whole operating system inside the Claude Desktop app. In the Claude Desktop app, you have access to Claude Code, Cowork, and regular Claude AI, which is what you talk to when you're in the chatbot, either on the computer or on the app. You're talking to Claude AI. Cowork is something slightly different. Claude Code is something slightly different. So I downloaded the app, the desktop app for Claude, went into Claude Code, and because this is a bit technical, but not really, because I operate my operating system using the API from my Claude subscription, it actually linked it all up. And I was like, this is brilliant, because I now have the Claude Desktop app and it's already got all of my infrastructure that I've built into my AI OS. So I started using the desktop app and I can see absolutely that is how I need to be building it for businesses. It's a much more pleasant experience. It's much more friendly. It looks much more like something people are used to. So I thought everything was great until the last few days when you are working in any kind of large use of AI. So you are using it to run areas of your business. You need to regularly save everything that you've done. Regularly save. That's the best way to think of it. You're committing it to memory, to the history files, to the MD files. You need to regularly make backups of it. And you need to regularly start new windows, right? Because otherwise the hallucinations with AI get worse the longer you're talking to it. So I started having problems with my commit in my Visual Code, in my Visual Studio app. I started to have problems. I was asking it to commit, not a difficult task, something that I do several times a day, at least every day for months. And it was freaking out. And then it was starting to tell me that, my systems were trying to overwrite systems on top of systems, but not really deleting them. And it all got really complicated. And I'm here to tell you that I fixed it. So if you come into this problem, and also just for an update for my own journey into this, I've realized you can't have so many versions of your Claude AI operating system accessing your folder, which is based on your local computer. It's based on your own machine. You can't have them all accessing it because it just becomes a mess. It becomes like Chinese whispers. So I've deleted the Claude Desktop app. I got everything I needed to get out of it, though. I now understand that when I build this for someone else, I'm going to build it directly in using the Claude Desktop app. So they never have to look at something like Visual Studio. They never have to look at a terminal window, which is how I've been using it, which is how a lot of my peers are using it. And I got what I needed to get. But don't try to run an AI operating system in all of the different ways, because it gets very confusing and you risk losing everything. You risk breaking everything that you've built, which is quite incredible because this system's quite strong. I'm lucky that my system is so intelligent and we've picked through it together and understood it, and I've got a whole plan for fixing it. This is another thing. When you have an AI operating system, it does know how to fix itself. It can work it out. Now, if you have an operating system built by someone and that is too much for you, that should also be their job. You should probably be paying them a retainer so that it could look a lot of different ways, but perhaps every month they come in, or perhaps they're there for a few hours a month and you call them when you need them, and they should easily be able to come in and implement the changes that your AI operating system is suggesting when they've checked them. So really, this is a bit of a PSA to not run an AI operating system using the Claude Desktop app and something that is based in terminal, which is what I've been doing, because it becomes a hella mess. I'm going to make more content around the AI operating system that I've built, and just more content talking about the day-to-day of what I'm doing, what I'm coming up against, because I've realized these things are useful. More and more people are learning how to build AI operating systems. More and more people are coming up against problems and hurdles. So I'm going to talk about it a little bit more, share a bit more freely with you guys, what it is that I'm thinking, what it is that I'm experiencing, and hopefully that's going to be helpful for you. So if you are planning on building any kind of AI operating system, or you're just curious about how it works, or you're a woman that wants to be more empowered with AI, you're planning on having someone build something like this for you, and you just want to have a bit more of an understanding, then subscribe to my channel, because I am going to be coming on here more with some more long form videos to give you guys insights into things like this.